Hello everybody, this is Anyman again. Recently, I received a very rude series of replies to my introductory video. One was allegedly from a young boy whose Google Plus page name is J.C. Decker. Interesting name. The other was presumably from his mother, Leda Sorensen, both of, Pine Ridge, Minnesota. In the one, Leda accuses me of being mentally ill, having met her son and trying to manipulate him, having a god complex, and being a dangerously unstable individual. She also threatens to call more than just her lawyers on me if I should ever bother she or her son again. Leda is well known for making false claims about her local businesses and for being unable to understand the simplest things that they tell her. In fact, one business with whom she interacted, an internet-based business out of San Diego, was a target of her elitism. Unfortunately, her negative review of their products on eBay was taken down because it was all a lie, pretty much. I believe that Leda's son, if this is in fact her son behind all this, lied to her and manipulated her, just like his mommy does to these companies. But they did bring up some interesting questions. First of all, why do I use the pronoun man so much? Well, it's very simple. First of all, there is a man under this mask. I cannot change the fact that I have a Y chromosome, okay? And honestly, I wouldn't want to. It would be pretty elitist of me to look down upon one gender and try to make myself into another. And I would be giving in to other elitists by trying to make myself fit the mold that they think I should fit, by changing my gender because they think that I'm more like another gender than I was born as. Secondly, the pronoun man is often used to refer to any collective group of human beings, and is even found in the name or word woman. That's right. You have the prefix wo added to the suffix man. Okay? It's not a mark of favoritism toward men that I use the term man. Therefore, it's just me being honest. I can be any man, but I cannot be a woman. That is just physically and biologically impossible. It is not possible according to science. There are creatures out there that can become male or female based on different biological factors. And by creatures, I mean animals, like certain types of lizards or frogs. I'm not one of those. There is a person under this mask, and he does have a specific identity by which he operates. That does not in any way exclude women from being any man, or any woman if you want. Nor does it exclude the old or the young. You can be any boy, any girl, any man, any woman, whatever you want to call yourself, as long as you're honest with yourself, because deception is a tool of the elitists. And while it is prudent to use their own tools against them, it is wrong to use them on other people who are innocent of the crime of elitism. As for claims that I'm getting some sort of ego boost off of this, that I'm manipulating people, that I have a cult mentality, or that I have a God complex, well, let me respond simply by saying it's pretty hard to get an ego boost when you have no ego. It's pretty hard to form a cult when there's no central figure. It's pretty hard. By the way, this mask makes it slightly difficult to breathe, so you might hear me breathing a little bit heavier. It's pretty hard to have a God complex if your main goal, if your personal goal, is to make your own identity non-existent. If I was presenting myself as a certain individual, any certain individual, with a name, a recognizable face, a place that you could find on a map, an ideology centered around myself, those claims might be valid. They might be sound. But as far as any of you know, I have no face. I have no name. I have no set location. This ideology is not centered around me, but on all of you. There is no me, as far as you know. The individual behind this mask is not the one getting the attention. You are. It's you who matters. It's you who has the power. I only exist as an extension, a personification, so to speak, of you. Otherwise, I don't exist. There is no identity to this person, this mask. There's no identity, no location, no identifying features that you can build up or tear down. And if any of you decide to wear a mask and call yourselves any man or any woman or any boy or any girl or what have you, nobody will be able to honestly or logically accuse you of prideful or elitist actions of any kind either. Why? Because when you put on a mask, when you hide your identity and your location, you don't get any praise or glory. The people are the ones getting the praise and glory for whatever happens. Okay? And that goes for everyone who puts on a mask, who uses a pseudonym or nom de guerre, who hides their location. It's pretty hard to have pride if there's no focus for the pride. It's pretty hard to be an elitist when you're not even a person, when you have no identity. pretty hard to be somebody when you're nobody. And here's where you should get a little boost of encouragement. Because if you're nobody, and there are going to be people who claim you're a nobody, but if you are nobody, then what's to stop you from becoming anybody you want to be? People are held back by their identities. Sure, it defines them, but it also limits them. There was a famous philosopher named Aristotle, and he came up with the law of non-contradiction. Part of that law was that anything with an identity has a certain set of qualities that fit that identity. You take away those qualities, it no longer has that identity. It has a different identity. A is A, no matter where you go with it, no matter what reality you're in. Take away what makes A, and it's no longer A. Okay? It is our identities that both define us and restrain us. So if you have no identity, you may not be defined, you may not have a claim to fame. But there's also nothing holding you back, especially from doing what's right. You have no limits. I could be any man because I am no man. I'm nobody, so I could be any man. I am any man. And because of that, I get no praise or glory. There's no one to direct it to. Everybody else gets the praise. They get the glory. They get the attention. And that's the point. So just remember, the ones who accuse you of elitism, of pride, of being a cultist, of trying to manipulate, those are the ones who are projecting. They're transferring their own qualities onto you. And all that means is your efforts were a complete success. You've already won that much of the battle. Don't take it negatively. Take it as a sign. Take it as something to encourage you to keep doing more, to keep doing better, to improve yourself, and to help others up, to lift others up, because ultimately, we are all equal. The people have the power. The people are the power. And whether we work individually or in teams, we can use that power. But hey, we're a lot more powerful as a group than we are as individuals. Remember that. This is Anyman doing his personal vlog, signing out, reminding you that you have and are the power. Use it wisely and use it well.